All right. Hey, folks. This is a thing I never do, which is to say, uh, record a video instead of stream. I'm going to turn off my sub count. We don't need it. We're not live. This is YouTube. Yeah, long story short, I've been building an elf deck, and I went and picked up some singles today. And I was going to grab 3 Modern Horizons boosters to get a Modern Horizons promo card, but my shop was sold out. But I was like, I'm already here. I'll still grab 3 boosters. So I got one of the new Assassin's Creed boosters, a Modern Horizons 3 regular old booster, and a Kamigawa booster, just for the hell of it, because they had them. I've never opened Kamigawa before. But first, I just want to go through this elf deck a little bit. Just going to go through this elf deck a little bit here. So we just have a couple basic lands. However, I'll just give you a quick tour of the elf deck. I've not played it yet. I'm still building it. I think it's a pretty standard elf deck, as you can see. I'm not going to go into any great card detail here. I also need to figure out some stuff. I feel like this is a good base for an elf deck. There's some also very good stuff in here, but there are a couple staples I don't have yet. But yeah. The deck is just packed full of elves. And I'm going to show you, and we're going to sleeve up some new cards we got for it. And yeah, that's pretty much that. I've been doing a lot of this kind of stuff lately, both on and off stream. I find it very, relaxing. I don't know. I've been enjoying going through my cards, building decks, organizing. And honestly, I was going to go live again. I was like, you know what? I could do a second stream today. It's Sunday right now. Sundays I usually stream for quite a while. And I did stream already today. But, I don't know. Just wasn't feeling it. However, I still wanted to open these packs on camera, and I wanted to just yap a little bit, without committing to a full live stream. Although I bet if I only went live for an hour, people wouldn't get mad at me. And there's our commander. Our beautiful elf commander. Now, these are the cards we had already, or I have already, picked up and sleeved. It was kind of the foundation of my elf deck. I'm going to show you the new stuff. We've got them in Dragon Shield. Going with the nice sleeves for the elf deck, I feel like you got to do that. All right. These I am going to go through because we're going to sleeve them. We have a Tribute to the World Tree. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card if its power is 3 or greater. Otherwise, put 2 1/1 counters on it. Nice for tokens. Move this baggie that they came in. Now this one I'm excited about. This one works with a couple. So I also want this in my fairy deck. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. The fun little endless combo with whenever you gain life, opponents lose life. It just causes a chain reaction and you win. You know what? I'm going to do it like this. I'll sleeve them and then put them on. We have a Ley Line of Anticipation. If it's in your opening hand, you can put on the battlefield. So this is not for this deck. This is for my fairy deck, I believe. This might even also be for my fairy deck, actually. I don't think this is for the elf deck. I might be sleeving. I forgot that not all these get a sleeve. Hold on, I'm going to fix this. In the meantime, look at Nissa. I'm certain the blue card is not for this deck, but I'm pretty sure Exquisite Blood is also not for this deck. It might be. Hold on, let me go look. This is why. So I've been building the deck on Moxfield. Said like Garfield. Moxfield. Let's see. Handsome Elves. Let me go into my considering list. All right, Enchantment. No. This Exquisite Blood is for my fairy deck. Same with the Ley Line. Okay. Anyway. Nissa Nissa, definitely for this one. This one is also for the fairy deck, which I'll get to. You got a Bitter Blossom. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a 1/1 black fairy rogue creature token with flying. Another upgrade for my fairy precon. This is definitely for the elves, though. Vanquisher's Banner. When it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get 1/1. Whenever you cast a creature spell of the chosen type, draw a card. We've got a Abrupt Decay. This spell can't be countered. Destroy target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. So this is also not for this deck. Hold on. I'm upgrading a few different precons. This is for the graveyard. No. Exit from Exile? Which one is it? Hold on. Don't mind me. I'll remember. I want to say it's Exit from Exile. Urabrask. Yep. This is for my Exit from Exile deck, which the commander for that one is Faldorn. Whenever you cast a spell from Exile, or a land enters the control from the battlefield from Exile, you create a wolf. So this will help us make wolves. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, the next time they would draw a card this turn, instead they exile the top card of their library. They may play it this turn. Fun card. So yeah, not for this deck. This one is for this deck. Beautiful card too. We have a Deathrite Shaman. Shaman. However you want to say it. It exiles stuff. It's an elf. Sorry, it's I have to like look around. I have a webcam in my way, and then also a microphone in my way. Wow, we've got Tyver's Stand. Target creature you control gets +X/+X and gains hexproof and indestructible until the end of the turn. Combos into some other closers. Blooming Marsh, just some nice land for the deck there. Triumph of the Hordes. Until end of turn, creatures you control get 1/1 and gain trample and infect. Creatures with infect deal damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters and to players in the form of poison counters. Another game-ending swing right there with that one. Archdruid's Charm. Choose one. Search your library for a creature or lands card and reveal it. Put it onto the battle. Oh, I'm not holding that in a way you could really read it. Search your library for a creature or lands card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped. And if it's a land card, otherwise put it into your hand and shuffle. Or put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Or exile target artifact or enchantment. Good card. Versatile. Would work in a couple decks I have. But for now, it's for this one. This is also for the elf deck for sure. Green spells cost 1 less to cast. Force of Vigor, good removal. You can exile a green card from your hand rather than pay the cost, or for 4, destroy 2 target artifacts and/or enchantments. There we go. This is the big game ender right here for the elf deck. Until end of turn, creatures you control gain trample and XX, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. It's another biggie. This is a fun one. I don't know necessarily if it will certainly get into this deck. I think it's going to. I'm not positive yet. It's such a nasty little card. It's like a go to hell card. Let me make sure. I think it's on the list for this one. Artifacts. Yep, there it is. Thorn of Amethyst. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to play. And that's for everybody, including me. Here we have a Dark Boar Pathway, which is either a swamp or a forest, which is nice. Whichever I need. I'm going to leave it on the forest side because that is probably the most likely. Let's see. This is a fairy for the fairy deck for sure. Vendilion Click. When it enters the battlefield, Look at target player's hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, that player reveals the chosen card, puts it on the bottom of their library, then draws a card. So, fun little fairy for the fairy deck. Got another fairy here. Flash flying. When it enters the battlefield, counter target spell with the mana value X or less, where X is the number of fairies you control. So if the fairy deck's going well, that should be able to counter anything. Now here is the, I think the biggest big boy in my elf deck. One of the only non-elf cards. Crater Hoof Behemoth. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain trample and XX on the turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. If we have a ton of elves out there, it's over. This would also work well in other token decks I play and have been building. We've got an Alpha Authority, enchant creature. Enchanted creature has hexproof and can't be blocked by more than one creature. We've also got an Allosaurus Shepherd. The spell can't be countered. Green spells you control can't be countered. And tap for 6 until end of turn. Each elf creature you control has base power and toughness 5/5 and becomes a dinosaur in addition to its other types. Another great card right there. Oh, classic. And I love the art for this one. This was the cheapest version of this at my card shop. I guess people prefer the old one, or like the classic, but whatever. Birds of Paradise. Another one of the few non-elves in my deck. Speaking of non-elves in the deck, nope. This is for the Graveyard Overdrive deck as well. Or Exit from Exile? I still can't remember. Whichever one we just talked about. At the beginning of your upkeep, for each creature you control that's a wolf or werewolf, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. That is absolutely an upgrade for that precon. This is here for us. Staff of Domination. Tap 1 mana, untap this. 2 mana, you gain a life. 3 mana, untap target creature. 4 mana, tap target creature. 5 mana, draw a card. There's infinite combos that work with this. I think one of the key cards I needed for that infinite combo I did not get because the store did not have it. Final card for Elf deck right now is Boreal Druid. Let's go in there. Actually, that is not the last one, I don't think. It is definitely not. Well, is this on the list for this one? It is. Okay. So this is for the Elf deck. We got us an old counterspell. Look at that thing. I love that old-ass counterspell. It's beautiful. A beautiful old counterspell. 99, it says on the bottom. But last card for the Elf deck here is Throne of the God Pharaoh. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the number of tapped creatures you control, which, if we have a lot of elf tokens that are tapping for mana, or a lot of lands we're tapping, whatever the case, big card. Big nasty card, I feel like. So now that we've got all of this sorted, whoa baby, we're going to drop everything in a big pile. Oh, you didn't get to see it, it was off camera. I didn't drop all the cards. I would never do that. All right, let's do a quick count. I want to see how many cards deep we are. I also made the mistake of not adding the new cards. Hold on. I do have to add all the new cards to Moxfield. Anyway, we'll get back to them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, they're sliding away, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. All right, that's 71 of the 100 cards we need for this commander deck. It still needs more land for sure. And there's some key elves I have not gotten. And I think I have some elves in my own possession that I want to put into this deck. Actually, one of them I can grab right now. Let me go get it. It's right in this box next to me. I traded some duplicates I had today. I'm just going to run through a couple cards here quick. There they are. I think I want the Bowmasters in this deck. They are an orc and not an elf. But all the same, I think they fit in this deck. If I want this to be a strong deck, it's just a strong card. When it enters the battlefield, and whenever an opponent draws a card except the first one they draw on each of their steps, it deals 1 damage to any target. Then amass Orcs 1. I think it could live in this deck for now. At least until I get all the staples. But I do think this is just a good card for me to get in there. So I'm going to pull it out of the hard case. I don't think I should double sleeve, because then this card will be like noticeably thicker than others, right? Take that out. Orcish Bowmasters. Entering the deck. All right, I have to add all those cards to my Mox Field, so I'm going to keep them in a separate pile. I'll do my other upgrades in a little bit, because I have to take a little more time for those. I got to decide what I'm pulling, so I could do that off camera. But anyway, let's open a couple packs. I've got these 3 packs to open. We'll go from oldest to newest, right? Kamigawa is a set that came out before I started playing again. But I like the art on the cards, and every now and again I'm looking for cards I need, and they're from the Kamigawa set, so wouldn't hurt to have a few. We have a Modern Horizons 3, regular play booster, and then we have one of the new Assassin's Creed collector boosters. There's a couple cards in the Assassin's Creed set I wouldn't mind having in my collection, so we'll go from oldest to newest. Let's start on Kamigawa. Come on now. There we go. Okay. We start with an art card. Yo, I love that forest so much. I need to pick up a bunch of these. They're beautiful. I love that forest. All right. Nice little art card too. All right. There we go. That'll be better. We have a Jukai trainee. A network terminal. Spell Pierce. Wanderer's Intervention. Tamio's Safekeeping. Discover the Impossible. Essence Capture. Seismic Wave. Life of Toshiro Umizawa. Target creature gets 2 till end of turn. Target creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn. You gain 2 life. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed. Pay 1 life, add black mana. Spend this mana only to cast an instant or sorcery spell. Interesting. Yo. Tamiyo, Completed Sage. Not familiar with this card. Like to see a Planeswalker, though. Thirst for Knowledge, and then a little junk card, we'll call it. What's up with that card, though? So I can't really look around on my, I can't access my keyboard, so I'm gonna look on my phone. It's Tamiyo, Completed Sage. It's not really, it's worth like 90 cents. I thought it might be worth more. It looked cool. It looked cool. Either way, into the collection it goes. Is it crazy that I'm most dropping my phone? Is it crazy that I'm most excited about that forest? I gotta get more of those. I want all the lands in my decks to be this. They're so cute. It looks beautiful. I just love that art style. Okay. It's one down. Next we will do a little Modern Horizons 3. A little bit of Modern Horizons. This is a non-collector booster. We got a little token. Always nice to get a little token. Foil Cranial Ram. We got an Emperor of Bones. We got a Buried Alive. A Revitalizing Repast. Actually, I think I wanted this in my elf deck. Essence Reliquary. Bespoke Battle Wagon. Wumpus Aberration. A Seething Landscape. A Cyclops Superconductor. Expel the Unworthy. Colossal Dreadmask. Tempest Harvester. Skirly Sentry. And this little jerk. Alright. Let me check. I'm pretty sure I had that Revitalizing Repast on my elf deck to add list. What kind of card is it again? It is an instant. I did. Well, and I did not own one, and now I do. So I'm going to click the button on own that. I'm going to move it into the main deck. And I'm going to throw a sleeve on it and add it to the elves. In it goes. Love that. So this is put 1/1 counter on target creature, gains indestructible to end the turn, or it can come out as land. Very useful. Super useful card. Let me also move the Bowmasters into the main deck. Where are they? Orcish Bowmasters. Move to main deck. So I know where they are. Okay. I just want to look up a couple cards real quick and just see if anything is deserving of a sleeve. Give me one moment. So what do we got here? An Emperor of Bones. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is a pretty fun card. It is not worth a damn. But at the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to one target card from a graveyard. Whenever more 1/1 counters are put on Emperor of Bones, put a creature card exiled with Emperor of Bones to the battlefield. I can see this working well with my Exit to Exile deck. If it's the right colors, I genuinely can't remember if it is. And then a Buried Alive and an Essence Reliquary. Buried Alive. Yeah, I thought so. Buried Alives are like a couple bucks. No, I guess the old ones where they reprinted it so it's no longer worth a couple bucks. That's funny. And then we've got this Essence Reliquary. Return another target permanent you control and all orders you control attached with their own hand. Yeah. Alright. Not a great... Well, I mean, that land I'm happy about. I'm not sure how much that land is, but it's probably good to not have to go buy that land now. Which was it? Instant? I like $2. Okay. Put that with the others. And now finally, we have got a single Assassin's Creed pack to open. It is a collector's pack. A collector's booster. I find collector boosters very fun to open. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. We got a Shapeshifter token. which is cute. What's on the other side of this token? An assassin. Nice assassin, too. Okay. We've got Adwale, Breaker of Chains. Is that an uncon? What's going on? Oh, that's just my foil. Okay. We have Adrestia, Island Walk. Whenever this attacks, if an assassin crewed this turn, draw a card, becomes an assassin. Restart sequence. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Interesting. Ooh. Alexios Deimos of Cosmos. I don't know. I don't know what their deal is. Very nice looking card though. It's foil. Trample. Attacks each combat if able, can't be sacrificed, can't attack its owner. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player gains control of Alexios, untaps it and puts a 1/1 counter on it. It gains haste on the end of the turn. I can see, I guess there's conditions where that would work well. Wild. Cool looking card though. I don't think it's gonna be worth anything. I could be wrong. I have to look them up. Nice looking card though, either way. We got a Phantom Blade. Ooh. When this enters the battlefield, attach it up to one target creature you control, destroy up to one other target creature. That's really nice. That's like very, very nice. There's a deck I want to use that in. Ooh, very nice forest. Basim Ibn Ishak. That's one of the big cards in the set, I'm pretty sure. It's like, I mean, it definitely, I think this one just pays for the pack. Whenever you cast a historic spell, draw a card. This can't be blocked this turn. This ability triggers only once each turn. Whenever Basim Ishak deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on it. Ooh. What's this? Abstergo Entertainment. Abstergo Entertainment. It's always nice to see land. I don't know if it's any good though. But yeah. Add 1 mana of any color, add a colorless, exile this, return up to 1 target historic card from your graveyard to your hand. Staff of, ooh, hold on. We got a Staff of Eden Vault's Key and a Spear of Leonidas. Staff of Eden Vault's Key. Pretty sure that's another pretty good one, isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. And a Spear of Leonidas. It's a nice looking Staff of Eden Vault's Key. When it enters the battlefield, put target legendary permanent card not named a Staff of Eden Vault's Key from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Draw a card for each permanent you control but don't own. Very cool. And this one's equipment. Whenever equipped creature attacks, choose 1. Bull Rush against double strike on the turn. Summon, create Phobos, a legendary 3/2 red horse creature token. Revelation, discard 2 cards, then draw 2 cards. Equip for 2. I have another fun deck that might actually work really well in. Okay. Well, I have to look all these cards up because I genuinely, and I'm not only here for like straight up dollar value, but I'm curious if I should be putting any of these in sleeves. Nice looking cards though. Very nice looking cards. But yeah, that pretty much does it for me for this little video. I hope you liked it. I will be streaming more and more, as I often do. And yeah, that is pretty much that. Thank you, everybody. Take care.